Psychic Radio, holistic radio, spiritual radio. This is achieveradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/achieveradio.
Hi, I'm Anne-Marie, and thank you so much for jumping on board today for a free professional tarot reading. I've been doing this over 37 years, and usually Joseph is on the first and second week of the month, and Adrienne is usually on the third, but she's taking a small leave of absence, and I am here for you, surviving a tornado weather outside. So if you start hearing a strange kind of whine and see me leaping up for my life, it's me running for cover from a tornado. I do want to mention one thing today. The number to call in for a phone reading is 602 666 6027. That's 602 666 6027. I always love reading for people with real voices, but I also love reading for in quick too. Whichever is what you prefer is what I will read on for you. There I am. Now I can see me. Okay, guys. So I am going to start with today's subject, which is, you know, what is the common denominator of a reading? Well, first of all, what is the similarity of reading music, reading the alphabet, solving a mathematical equation, and reading tarot? Symbols. Every one of those mediums uses a symbol to represent a thought or a note or a number, and then you put them all together and they create musical scores, mathematical hypotheses, a story, and an answer. And none of these are evil that I know of. No one has said, well, I guess some Amish people have said that dancing is evil, or there are people that think science is evil. But there will always be those that question anything than what is a tree or grass or substantial in their hands in front of them. However, many of them will believe in the concept of God, which they cannot see and has been taught to them is not evil. So, not for me to question. I believe in God, I believe in angels, and I also believe in the ability to read symbols is every man's, every woman's creative ability. You do it every day when you read a book, when you read a sign as you're driving to know how fast to go, or read a book. Um, so, what is a common denominator, and what is the common denominator of tarot? Well, when we search for the common denominator in tarot, we are searching for the cause and effect of when a person's romance, life issue, finances, or spiritual transformation, when it all began. Now, in a 10-card spread, this is often the second card, which kind of talks about the future possibilities. And all of the cards that are encircling that 10 card reading explain the details of that common denominator and how it happens, the cause and effect. In the 5 card spread, I use the middle card, which is between the cards on the left, which represent the past, and the cards on the right that represent the future, to help explain why things are happening in your life. Now, of course, the future is changeable, and everyone almost always has free will to do what they want. But just as you would go to a counselor or a favorite family member or friend, I can offer you answers through my professional tarot reading experience and give you kind of a rundown of what I see going on in your life. So, again, that number to call is 602-666-6027 or in quick, your question. Let's start with Sarah. Now, Sarah is from Tennessee, and she says, I want to ask my manager to be able to work from home. Can you see what the cards say about that? Thank you. So, to begin with, I'm going to do a 5 card reading spread to see how your manager feels about your work. And then I'll look at, Sarah, whether being able to work from home is doable. So if I look at that and look at how does your manager perceive you and your job skills, what comes through says, first of all, I get courage, which indicates that your manager sees you as a very confident and courageous worker. The next card that I get about how your manager perceives your job skills is the card of flow, which means that, Sarah, you are perceived as someone that can pretty much adapt to anything that happens and be able to make things work. You're flexible. You're somebody that's able to take changes and, whether you like them or not, work with them the best of your ability. The next card I get, and it's reversed, is magnetism. Now, magnetism means that you attract and magnetize to you all that you need to get what you want. But in this reading, it's upside down, which reverses it, meaning that your manager may see that there is a fear that if you are working at home and you're not necessarily visible, that the excitement and the passion of your working abilities may lessen. The next card that I get, also reversed, is the card of visualization. And what this means is that your foreman would like to be able to believe that your goal, simple and to the point, of working at home would be a good idea, but it's reversed, which indicates that he may not be on board with that possibility. And the last card that I get is the card, it too is reversed, of gratitude. But it's reversed, meaning that he may not be grateful and he may not appreciate that it's a doable for you to work at home. It was upside down. So, Sarah, I hope that I'm wrong, but your reading indicates that I would say definitely ask. It can't do you any harm to ask, but don't be surprised if he has some doubts and that you might have to do quite a bit of convincing to get your manager to let you work at home. And that's what I see on that. All right, the next reading that we have is from Rebecca from Oklahoma. She says, "Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, I'm about to buy a house. Can you see what the cards have to say about it?" I sure can. First of all, we'll look at the energy coming up in the next 3 months for you and the um, energy vibrations about buying your house. And what I have says, first of all, it says, in the past, you're leaving behind you stagnation. You have no more time or energy for that. Your reading says this is a time for you to be flexible. Flexibility. You are flexible and adapt to changes while you pursue your ambitions, which means that this looks pretty good for you on having a house in the future. The next card that I get is the card of attitude, which indicates that for you in the future, having a house is going to mean that you have to attract success and positive people into your life, especially at the bank, by being able to convince them that this is going to be a situation that you can afford without any problems. The next card that I get says, and this is the card of visualization. However, it was reversed, which indicates to me that it doesn't mean you can't get the house. But if you're making a lot of mental pictures about the goals that you're going to have for this house, keep them simple and to the point. Don't overextend your finances. Don't overextend yourself in purchasing something or putting more improvements into the house than are going to make it easy for you. Keep it simple, keep it to the point. My feeling is by that, you will be able to not only convince, if you need to, the banks that they can give you more extra income for fixing up your house, but making sure that you remember getting everything done to meet your goals at one time is not recommended. Lastly, it says, this is the year of gratitude for you. Gratitude means be grateful and appreciate all the abundance that you have in your life today. Meaning that it looks good for you to have a house, but even if the money that you want for that purchase or the improvements are not happening as fast as you would like them to, please be grateful for the fact that you have baby steps. And if it takes you a little longer to have that house, appreciate the baby steps that get you there. This is a great year for you, but I do believe that it may take a little more time for you to accomplish some of the goals that you want. That's okay. Don't try to get it done all at once. All right. We now have Patrick, who is from New York. And Patrick says, "Hello, Anne-Marie. Can you see how my finances will be in the next 3 months?" I sure can. So if we look at Patrick's finances in the next 3 months, and looking at that, Patrick, here is what I have. Security. comes up for you for the month of June. And security says choose to feel secure to work so that your bank account is full. Kind of like Rebecca, don't overextend yourself. Don't make yourself spend more money than is secure for you, and you'll do great in June. July, also a great month for finances. That month is follow your instincts. Notice the things that are falling backwards and the things that are doing well, and go with it. And you will find a comfortable financial July. And in August, I have the card of respect, which says you can manifest anything you want, whether it be love or whether it be respect from others, as long as you respect yourself and as long as you respect your financial situation, meaning that both June, July, and August are all seen as great months for you financially. So I would say that it looks good for you. And as long as you are respectful of your common sense. Okay? That's what I have, Patrick. All right, we have Sonny. Sonny is from Pennsylvania. He says, "Hi, my wife and I work at the same job, and we think it's highly unstable. Can you see if everything will be okay for us?" Okay, Sonny, I guess the first thing that I'm going to do to be able to give you an answer on this is to first look at how your wife truly perceives um, working at the same job together. And this will kind of let me see if you're accurate in the way that you perceive things. So I'm looking at your wife. I don't have her name, so I'll just have to go by the word wife. And what it says about your wife and the way that she feels about working together says the following. She feels very over extended. Part of her sees, though, that she felt this way in the past, too. It isn't anything new, really, Sonny. Your wife is seen as, first of all, feeling that working together may have been a way to bring trust back into the relationship, because it shows that one of you was moving on from feeling screwed over or as if they could not trust the other. Or maybe there was a financial situation that was not doing so well, and this job was a way to get you both on board together. Whatever it was, it corrected the problem. Whatever that old failure, that old frustration was, it seems that working together in your wife's eyes did indeed seem to improve the way she looked at things as far as trust, whether it be financial or in you, or maybe it was her. The next thing I see is that she feels very oversensitive right now. Oversensitive maybe meaning that, is it you that really feels like this is too much? Are you the one that is creating, I don't want to say it, maybe over analyzing things in a frustrating way? Because I see that the working together did correct a problem that was pretty big for both of you. I see that if you continue working together, for her, she would like to at least work together for another 3 months. I'm shown June as a month that you should continue working together. I'm shown July as an excellent way to get on top of finances and be able to continue to keep things on board. And August, for whatever reason, is seen as a month where one of you seems to um, feel very, very much like they need to get away from the other one. And I feel that July and August are going to be the months that you both stop working together. If I look at how your husband feels about working together and looking at that, or this would be you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say your husband, Sonny. This is you. If I look at how are you perceiving working with your wife, because maybe it's different than she's feeling. I'm shown that in the past there was a time when one of you was just feeling that you were not necessarily getting along. It shows that one of you was really having a tough time committing and being responsible to the other, maybe because of high demands or maybe because of financial. I'm not sure what it was. But you also noticed that working together did put your wife on a more trusting, even balance with you. The problem is that working with your wife makes you feel like you're being watched. It makes you feel as if suddenly you're the victim of circumstances. I'm also shown that it causes oversensitivity in you. You feel like you can't get a break. You feel like you need in having a private eye on you or having others watch you. So I would say, Sonny, this seems to be much harder on you than it does your wife. So if this is hard on you, I'm seeing that the time to move on is July, August. One way or the other, it's not going to work if you're feeling like you're being watched. And it would help if your wife was maybe a little more trusting, but you need to earn that. Both of you do. So if you can convince each other that not working together is not going to bring an affair or cause the other jealousy or cause the other financial sadness because one is at home or not working so they can keep an eye on the other, then I would say definitely you're ready to move on. July, August is what I see. All right, I'm going to go on to Russell. Russell is from Cleveland, Ohio. With the computer classes I am going for, will the computer classes I am going for be good for me? And will the money to pay for them come through? All right. So, energetically, Russell, I'm going to look at what the computer classes will help you to achieve in 2017. And if I look at that energetically, it helps me to kind of look at how it will change the your life situation. Russell, the first thing that I'm shown is that um, in the past, you've always been a person that believed that whatever you put your time and effort to would give you a return, and that believing in just the fact that the classes are going to help you are going to almost create the intensity of those classes, yes, to happen and work for you. The other I see is that you're convinced that you'll respect yourself and get more respect from others. And it makes a huge difference if you respect yourself, if you have those computer classes. Right now, it says, and this is the card of the universe, which means that you're hoping that God and your angels in the universe will show you the right path to reach your goal. And it shows that right now, that is something that, and it was upside down, by the way, Russell, which indicates that right now you feel stagnant. So how does the future look for your computer classes? Well, first of all, yes, indeed. I show more gratitude for you. I show that more people are grateful for it and appreciate the abundance that you bring into your life and you have for yourself by having the computer classes. And the other thing I see is more connections. There will be more special people connected with what you do, whether they be family, friends, to bring you strength during your difficult times by taking your computer classes. So, between believing in yourself, respecting yourself, feeling it'll help you out of your current stagnation, feeling that it will bring more gratitude and respect from others towards you in the future, I believe that indeed having those classes will help you a great deal. Now, will the money come through for you to continue to have the classes? And if I look at that, and what comes through says, yes, I believe that if you are a scrimper and you watch your finances and you make those classes your higher priority, you will find a way to balance your budget and to be able to afford them. Watch out for emotional spending. There may come times in the future when you realize with more computer classes you'd like more gadgets. Don't allow the gadgets that you are learning how to use cause you to slide backwards financially. Wait until the classes are over. Do what you need to do to finish your higher priority, and then you can spend on your gadgets afterwards. And that's what I see, Russell. All right. So we have ahead of us Susan from Massachusetts. Susan says, I'm not working right now and am looking for work. Do you see me finding a job soon? Well, Susan, I'd like to look at the energy around you to see first where you truly are about finding work. Sometimes we can say that we really want work, but then without even knowing it, we're not trying hard enough. We're not making the efforts to really apply for something that's different. And those things need to be dealt with. So I'd like to look at energetically, where are you on finding a job? Well, the first thing that comes up, Susan, and it shows in the past, you've been a person, and this says you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very aware. And when you use that good brain of yours, you attract a lot of people to you that respect you. I'm also shown that one of the things that you're fed up with, this is the card of detachment. And it says that you may be surrounded by people right now who are not all on board with the way that you do things, or that you start to analyze too much yourself and shoot yourself in the foot when you want to be able to accomplish a goal. So stop it analyzing. Don't allow your insecurities to get in the way of looking for a job by self-analyzing too much. Here's what I see about finding a job. Yes, I see looking for a job and finding a job will center and ground you and get you through your emotional upsets. I'm also shown that if you find a job, you will be able to trust that when you want something, you can get it and it'll help improve your circumstances. But, and this is kind of the The no, no, no card, Susan, it says this is the card of support, right? If you find yourself in jobs where you feel that people are against you, and you start them and you're awesomely happy, and then boom, you go into this pity party where you suddenly feel like people are not on the same page you are. Understand that a new job may not make that happen. So, if you want another job, go for it. If you feel that being, how sometimes we go into hypersensitivity, or we can start to self analyze, or, analyze people and situations around us so much that we become miserable at the jobs we have. And suddenly, people are like chickens. Sometimes chickens have a way of picking on the sick chicken. Well, the same thing may happen if you're the guy feeling like you're on the outside looking in. People see it. And once they see that you're starting to feel less than perfect, or that you can't seem to feel confident in yourself, people will start to pick on you. They won't be on your side. I'm sorry, it just happens. It's called work politics. And so, what your reading is saying, go for looking for a new job. Yes, you can find a new job, and I feel it could happen quite soon if you wanted one. But A, are you really looking? And B, are you waiting for someone to hold your hand? Because it says no one is going to hold your hand to look for this job, Susan. And if you're analyzing and analyzing timing, you're going to procrastinate things to death. So get off your ass, get on that, get on the stick, start looking for that job. Yes, you could have one sooner than you think, but if you're looking for perfect circumstances and a perfect environment while analyzing yourself to death and the people around you, understand that you will always feel like the bottom man out no matter where you go, even if you start out feeling happy. Okay? Because that's kind of what people sometimes do, and why a lot of people jump from job to job to job, or why they don't get promotions. So that's what I see, Susan. All right. So we're looking at Emily from Connecticut. Emily says, I just purchased a van. Yay, a van. Funds are low. Oh, and my rental is up 6-8. I would like to know if you could do a financial reading for me over the next 6 months. I can. Thank you, Anne Marie. You're welcome, Emily. And I'm just kind of cleaning the cards here. And what I see, and I'm going to start out with an energy reading, Emily, to look at what the van represents in your year. So here's what comes through. When I look at Emily's van, sounds like the name of a song, Emily's Van. And this is what the van represents energetically for you in 2017. Okay, the good with the bad, right? In the past, the van helped you to feel like you were going to learn your lesson about um, motivating yourself to take action, to be adventurous, hoping that along the way people could help you get there. What does that mean? I don't know. It can mean that sometimes in the past, when we want an adventure, it means having people to visit or people that will be there for us during times that we need them to get us from point A to point B. However, friendship is upside down, which says right side up, special friends are there during difficult times. But it says, Emily, that there were some friends that weren't there for you like you really wanted them to be. Remember, this is the card of friendship. And it says that um, understand that friends, um, what is a true friend? A friend is somebody that gives back their 50%. You don't want to ask too much from friends because then they'll run away. And you don't want to be too needy and give too much to friends because then they'll think they're being manipulated. So you have to find that 50-50 balance point with friends. So what your reading is saying, the path shows that sometimes you were always there for friends, but friends weren't always there for you. What does the van represent? The van, and this is the card of communication, but it's upside down. And it means effectively communicating your needs in order to achieve your goals, but is upside down, which indicates, Emily, that you're at a point where you're sick to death of the people that aren't there for you, and you're ready to tell them all to take a hike or get away from the lifestyle you used to have. The future shows as long as you stay motivated on this plan, you will improve your finances by finding perfect places to go, to move to be. It also says, watch out for taking the same pattern with friendships. It's upside down into the future. Now, what that says to me, the common denominator of that reading, Emily, is that you're either giving more than you're getting back to friends who use you, or could it be even that you're asking too much from friends? Either way, you have to find the balance to keep friends, or to make sure that the friends that you bring into your life are people that will give back their 50% and that you will reciprocate and give back. So the van represents a change in your life and relationships. It also means saying bye-bye to old patterns of friendships and going into the future with better quality friendships, as long as you don't repeat the pattern of being attracted to the people that used you or that you used. So if I look at your finances in the next 6 months, and I'm looking at that now, Emily, and what comes up financially says we have um, June, July, August, September, October, and November. Emily, I believe that you may want to get an extra job. I have a feeling that things are going to be tight for you. June is seen as a month that you're spiritually willing to work, and so does August. Shows that you're definitely willing to work hard to get what you want. September says be cautious of your money. October is seen as the month where you may want to find that you can spend some of the money that you are saving in June and July. So August and September are seen as safe blow it money months. Now we have October, which is seen as another tight month. And then October is seen as a dream come true. I believe that you have either found another place to live, or you have found another job, or you have found a living situation through traveling in your van that looks like it's really awesome. And that is seen in not not June, not July, because those are save your money months. And July and August and September are seen as your blow your savings money months. With October, let me see, June, July, August, September, with October seen as a month of falling backwards, and November is seen as a dream come true. So there's coming the saving the money months, with the traveling on your van months seen as more perfect after you've saved a little more money in August, September, with October as kind of a month that you're falling back into low funds again. And then whatever it is in November, it shows you financially lucrative and doing very, very well, as well as having an achievement in your life that may have happened either through meeting someone or finding a job, but it's related to your van. And that's what I have. All right. We have Melissa from South Carolina. My son and I finally reconnected after a 10-year split. I hope after a 10 split. It says, I don't know if that's 10 months or 10 years. We'll say 10-month split. How do you see this relationship going? And is there anything that you can see would help us keep in touch? This is just a beginning. Blessings. Oh, Melissa, I hope you and your son can make it. Let's look at your son first, all right? Let's look at where your son's energy is at. Usually, I love to read on the energy around names, but I will read on just son. That we're going to call him Sonny, and we'll let that be his name for this reading. Where is your son's energy, and what does he want from you as a mom? So looking at your son, Melissa, and it says, the first thing that comes up is your son is a very magnetic young man. He attracts and magnetizes to him all the things that he seems to want these days. He's also learned to be much more patient. And so it says he's learning to be patient, persistent, and disciplined in reaching his goals. He has much less doubt these days. Your son believes that he can be successful if he wants, and he's not going to shoot himself in the foot and go into self-disrespect. Your son is seen as having a more mature and happy attitude of success, which will attract more people into his life. And your son is much more focused on being logical and making smart, effective decisions, especially in business. What does your son need most from you as a mom? And looking at that, Melissa, first of all, your son needs you to be his friend. He believes that you are very, very special, and that he remembers how you brought strength during his hard times. So the first thing that he needs from you, Melissa, is friendship. The other thing it says that he needs, Melissa, is gratitude. He wants you to be grateful and appreciate the things that he can do and not remind him of the things he failed on. He wants you to be calm, Melissa. He believes that if you are just calm and centered and not get emotionally upset over the little things, that he would love to spend time with you. He needs you to know that the bond between you both as a mom and son, he feels it, Melissa. He felt it even in the past, even when he was absent. You've got incredible instincts with each other. And the last thing it says is learn to detach and not dote on him. Don't go from excess, no, don't go from nothing to too much. Learn to distance from him. Learn to detach from him. Don't go overboard because if you do that, you may make him distance again. So it says, learn to detach, and you will have an amazing relationship with each other. And that's what I see to help keep you together. Okay? All right. We have Lena from New York, and she says, can I have an organic angel reading? Sure can, Lena. I'm going to go to my angel cards right now. And this is a fun deck. It's, of course, by Dorian Virtue. What I'm going to look at is just, Lena, 3 cards that represent the angels that are with you in the summer months. Okay? And this will help you to be able to know what your strengths are. The first angel that's with you, and this is Archangel Ariel, and it says, spread your wings. What this means is that this is a wonderful, wonderful time for you to just um, realize that you're on exactly where you need to be in life, doing exactly what you were meant to do. And just feel free to try new things. Spread your wings. The next one, it says, and this is Archangel Jeremiah, and it says, review your life. Life review. And this is just saying, take time to look at the patterns of your past and kind of reflect on, what it is that you don't ever want to repeat, the dumb, stupid things, the dumb, stupid people that you were with. Don't repeat those anymore. Remember, closed doors represent new doors opening. And it's really important that you not see the people that reject you or the screw ups as being failure. That means that it's time to make changes that are productive for your life. And the last one I see is Archangel Haniel, and it says, notice how the moons and the months of your life represent the cycles and excitements that you get into. In other words, what months are you most energetic? What months do you seem to accomplish most, whether it be diet or health or creativity? Really, this is part of also your life review. So this is time in the next 6 months to really spread your wings, try new things. Remember that closed doors are just new doors opening for you in your life. And to remember to have a life review of what it was that messed you up, and don't go back to those old mistakes. Also remember that in the process, um, you will pay attention to the months as you review your life that you really seem to accomplish the most. And I believe that you are going to find that this is a magnificent year for transformation, life change, and productivity in probably new ways that you never imagined. And that's what I see, Lena. All right. We have Joseph. Joseph is from Indiana. My wife and I are going to move soon. Can you see if this will go smoothly? All right. So if we look at energetically, your move, Joseph, for you and your wife in 2017. And it says, first of all, understand, Joseph, it isn't the move that needs to be done. It's your relationship that needs to be more friendly. You need to be motivated to put the same amount of time and energy into your relationship and changing it to be more compatible and friendly. It says you both went through some very tough times. This is the card of empowerment, and it's upside down, which means that in the past, sometimes you didn't really realize the blessings of how your opposites were filling the empty places in each other's life together. Now you can be motivated to move, and I believe it can happen, but also understand that the move in itself will not necessarily show you the right path to reach your goals as a couple because it's upside down. What will help your move is to appreciate each other, build the friendship, and understand that you are best friends that can bring strength during all of the crappy times. So, yes, your move will go beautifully, but understand it's also a chance for you to better your relationship, to understand that there are parts of each other's personalities that maybe made you fight or feel mad in the past, but in the future, these things are going to be the things that help you through your move to have a better life together. Don't move if you can't learn to get along even better, or the move and the stress will cause you to actually go backwards. Let this move be about progressing your relationship together and learning to be best friends. And then your move will be even better. All right, we have Brenda, and we have 3 minutes, and I'm going to go fast. I am looking for a place to live. My landlady is letting me stay for free right now until I find a job, but I have not found anything of late. How do you see things going for me for work and a place to live in the next 3 months? I'm going to have to kind of do a speed reading here, Brenda. And it says the next 3 months, as far as finding a place to live, shows, and I have June, July, and August. Look for July as being the month that you will find a new place to live. June is still seen as kind of a bad month, not bad, but not the greatest month for you. And to remember that, jump on it, because I feel, boy, it's going to be beautiful for you. I feel the move will be just wonderful. So work and a move are going to be great for your summer. And we look at Russell from Cleveland and says, thanks. All right, you're welcome, Russell. Thank you so much. And we have Norma and she says, I have my car up for sale. Do you see a card reading if this will sell within the next couple of weeks? And if I look, will Norma's car sell within the next couple of weeks? And what comes through, Norma, says, um, yes, but you may have to take a little less money than you wanted to make it go that fast. So don't sabotage yourself by asking for more money than will make it sell fast. Don't cheat yourself, but I think you can sell it as long as you are willing to compromise with who's buying it. Not to cheat yourself, but don't be so married to a price that it's going to take longer than you want. That's what I show. Guys, thank you so much for being with me. I think we covered everybody today in today's reading. I will be back again next week. I am looking for a paranormal spirit reader next weekend named Lisa. She is a very renowned spiritual energy reader, and we will be asking for readings from people who want messages from beyond, from Lisa. I forget her last name, but she belongs to Best Psychics Directory, and she's awesome. And she loves animals as well. So that also covers animals that have passed on, people and animals that have up beyond the grave. So join next week for messages beyond the grave, and come back next Wednesday, 5 o'clock p.m. Central, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. Bye.
Hi, I'm Anne Marie Odell at Achieve Radio's Tarot Joy. Come on up.